I've got a friend who's recently moved to Singapore, and I have her in the Secret Santa, and we have a $50 limit. So being in Singapore, she's going to have to go with the locals who love these sort of bag hangers. This thing's only $5 or something, so it's cheap. But the idea is I'll pop whatever this plastic top is out and see if I can cast a silver insert in its place and then engrave it up with her initials or something like that. But the first thing we have to do is try to dismantle and rip whatever this thing is off. Well, it turns out that's actually pretty easy. This thing's just held in with, by the look of it, some double-sided tape, so you can just pull it off like that. There you go. Cheap plastic bits out. There's the tape. I need to clean a bit of that up. But now all I have to do is design and cast something like that in silver. And I've got to keep it under $50. So I'm Australian. Oh, look. Even the detail's just a little sticker. So it's just a little plastic acrylic lens. So it meant to be a maximum of $50. We're Australian, so that doesn't get you a lot of silver, but nowhere did they say which dollars. So maybe we'll aim for $50 US worth of silver, and we'll see what we can create. Well, this should be a pretty straightforward little casting. I'm going to use the little Perspex-y, acrylic-y dome as the pattern. So it's all smooth, clean, and I'm going to cast in one of these crappy little eBay casting molds. I don't really like them. They're aluminium, they tend to melt too easily. You know, if you pour any hotter metals that happen to touch it. Got some Petrobond. For a small casting like this is probably all we need. Okay. Well, here's my tub of silver. So this is some alloys I've made up. So it's 0.95, but it has a bit of germanium in it, which helps it keep its luster. And I'm just eyeballing this now and going, how much do I need? And it's probably, and you always want more than you need, because you can always put it back in your milk pot. So that's probably pretty close, this old sprue that I had from before. So I'll add some more. It's probably a bit big, that lump. Let's get something smaller. And we're just going to try, instead of using the furnace, we're just going to try to torch fire this and see if we can get enough of it molten. That should be enough. And we'll see how that works. Alright, so got our mould, got our silver, got a gas axe. Let's get cooking. Okay, there we go. It's in the mould. We'll let it sit and do its thing there for a bit. I've cut the sprue off. There's still a bit of a mark, but again, it's been glued down, so you'll never see it. And that's what the top looks like before any attempt to sand or polish the surface. I've just hit it with the buffer very quickly just to take off some of the casting scale. I'm going to chuck it into a a tumbler, I've got to pickle it, but I'll do all of that after I've laser engraved it. So I'm going to laser engrave this, and then we're going to set it into the bag hanger. We're now going to engrave the logo. There we go. So the engrave's now done. It's nice and deep. It should be about 1.5 mils deep. So I've got plenty of room to do some polishing on it. The pickling and tumbling's done. And now I need to get on to the bit I dislike the most, which is sanding. But it's going to fit quite nicely in the middle of that. Should work quite well. Let's see how I go with the sanding. There you go, sanded, polished, buffed, whatever. Looks pretty good. Now just need to hallmark it and set it into the piece. Alright, let's try not to stuff this up. And there's the finished bag hanger. So we've gone from a $5 item to something that has almost an ounce of 0.95 silver in it. All engraved up, all customised. You can hang your bag on it. Anyway, should work for the Secret Santa.